This time we'll have ellipse with center at HK or not at 0, 0. Again, ellipse with center HK or not the origin or 0, 0.
Example, write the equation of the
Can you hear the voiceover?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
sige, go.
ellipse in standard form that satisfies the given conditions. Draw the ellipse, its foci and vertex.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige,
Yes,
let's
sir.
continue.
And an endpoint of minor axis is at 7, -6. We need to graph an ellipse. We need this values of A, B, and C, then the center, the foci, the vertices, endpoints of major axis, and endpoints of minor axis. Then later on, if we need to solve for the directrices, then we will solve or find the equation of the directrices. So the first step is we are going to write what are given. From the conditions, we have here center is at 7, -2. So 7, -2. Then a vertex. So one vertex is at 2, -2. So vertex 1 is at 2, -2. Then endpoint of minor axis is at 7, -6. Meaning to say ito yung shorter. So we need here 2. After that, plot the given point. Center 7, -2, 7, -2. Then a vertex is at 2, -2. A vertex is at 2, -2. Since we have here the vertex and the center is at the right of the vertex, meaning to say our ellipse is horizontally inclined, meaning pahiga. So here, if we will write the equation, it is of the form of, since pahiga, so a should be the denominator of x. So our guide here would be x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. If you're going to use the table, this is the second column. So you have the guide, then solve for the rest of the points. So now we will use the counting. If we can use the counting method, then plot the points, then name the points. So since we have here the center and a vertex, then our graph is horizontally inclined or pahiga, meaning to say this is A. The distance from the center to one vertex is the A. So let's count. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A is 5. Another 5 to the right of the center to determine the endpoint of the other vertex. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the coordinates of this are, this is 10, 11. So 11, 10, 11, 12, 12, negative 2. So x is 12, negative 2. Another given is endpoint of minor axis. So 7, negative 6. 7, negative 6. So minor axis, this is the shorter. So the distance from the center to the endpoint, one endpoint of minor axis is B. So let's count. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our B is 4. And to find one endpoint of the minor axis, so 4 upward. So from here, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tatama siya sa 2. So we have here 7, negative 2. Positive 2. 7, positive 2. One endpoint. 7, positive 2. Endpoint of the major axis is the same as the vertices. So this is 2, negative 2, 12, negative 2. We have here the value of A, 5, and B, 4. To find the value of C, so I'll write here the solution. Then later on I'm going to erase this, so copy. C square is equal to A square minus B square. So C square is equal to 5 square minus 4 square. So C square is equal to 25 minus 16, which is C square is equal to 9. Then extract this root. C is 3. The value of C is 3. In order to write the equation of the ellipse in standard form, we need the value of H, K, the values of A and B. H and K are the coordinates of the center. So this is H and this is K. So from our guide, we can write the equation now as x minus 7 squared over, since this is horizontally inclined, then the denominator of this is a squared. And a is 5, so 5 squared is 25. Plus y, our k is negative 2, since negative minus the negative, this will become positive 2 square all over b square is 4 square, which is 16, is equal to 1. So this is the equation of the ellipse in standard form. To find the foci, then our guide is h plus minus c k. So the first point or the first foci, h is 7 plus c, which is 3. So 7 plus 3 is 10, and k is negative 2. The second focus is h minus c. So 7 minus 3 is 4, then k is negative 2. So 10, negative 2, 10, x is 10, then negative 2. This point. So 10, negative 2. Then the other one is 4, negative 2. So 4, negative 2. Yes. Remember that this is 5 and this is 10. So we have here the vertices as well as the endpoints of the major axis, then the endpoints of minor axes, the center, and the foci. Then to find the endpoints of latus rectum, we have here two pairs. The guide h minus c, then k plus minus b square over a, and another pair is h plus c, k plus minus b square over a. For the first pair, h minus c, h is 7 minus c, and our c is 3, so 4. Then k plus minus b square over a. Let us solve this part here, the value of k plus b square over a. K is negative 2, so negative 2 plus b square is 16, and a is 5. So if we will simplify this, 5 times negative 2 is negative 10 plus 16 over 5. So this is 6 over 5, or 1 and 1/5. So 1 and 1/5. Then the other one is 4. So this time h minus c. For h, ah, k plus k minus b square over a. K is negative 2 minus b square is 16. A is 5. So negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 minus 16 over 5. So this is negative 26 over 5, or this is negative 5 and 1/5. So the other one is negative negative 5 and 1/5. So the first pair, then the second pair, pareho lang ang values ng y. But for x, h plus c, 7 plus 3 is 10. Then 1 and 1/5. and then negative 1 and 1 over 5. Let's plot the latus rectum. 4x is 4, then y is 1 and 1 fifth. 4, 1 and 1 fifth. Then 4, negative 1 and 1 fifth.
Should be negative 5 and 1/5.
I'm sorry, this is negative 5. Negative 5 and 1 fifth. So the second point is negative 4. X is 4. Then negative 5 and 1 fifth. So 5 and 1 fifth. Lampas lang konti sa 5. Then the other point is 10 and 1 over 5. Then 1 and 1 over 5. Then the other one is 10, negative 5 and 1 fifth. So we can now connect. Okay, so the ellipse. Then this is the major axis. Dapat magtama itong sa isang point, sa isang line. So we have the focus, another focus, and the center. Then this is the minor axis. Then we have here the latus rectum. To find the equation of the directrices, if you can still remember, if the center is at 0, 0, then the equation would be x is equal to positive, negative, the the other directrix is x is equal to h minus a squared over c. So h is 7 minus a squared is 25 and c is 3. 7 is 21 minus 25 over 3, which is negative 4 over 3, or negative 1 and 1/3. So negative 1 and 1/3. Let us plot the directrices. So 1 is x equals 15 and 1/3. 15 and 1/3. Or 46 over 3. Then the other one is negative 1 and 1/3, or negative 4 over 3. Okay, so for this problem, we're looking for the equation in standard form. So the answer is the quantity of x minus 7 squared over 25 plus the quantity of y plus 2 squared over 16 is equal to 1. Then we draw the ellipse. Then we have here the foci and the vertices. Then we also have here, if you are asked to draw the latus rectum and the directrices, then draw if it is asked.
Question.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, meron ba tayong katanungan dyan? Medyo
No.
marami-marami na yung ano. Okay, very good. Kung walang tanong. If you notice, the solutions here are more than what is asked by the problem. It was not indicated that you have to solve for the latus rectum as well as the directrices. But the purpose of showing those solutions is for you to have guide if ever in your modules you are asked to solve for those things like directrices, the latus rectum. But if in your module um, only the things that are indicated, the problems that are indicated that should need be or that you have to solve. Example, if hindi nakasama ang latus rectum, then no need for you to show the latus rectum, the solution for latus rectum. Or if you are not asked to graph, then no need to graph because I will not add the basis of the number of points for a particular problem would be based on the number of unknowns kung ano yung pinapahanap. So pag hindi kailangan ng graph, no need for you to graph. And if you want to graph, then there would be no additional points for that. The counting of points would depend on what what is asked in the problem. So here in our third example, or for first example for this afternoon, um, the purpose of this is just to show how are those things be solved in a problem. So if wala tayong tanong, then let's proceed to the next problem. I hope you can it medyo ano na tayo, may pattern na tayo on how to solve problems similar to this. You have to, of course, you have to read and understand the problem, then identify what are given, then identify what are asked, then better if you or you have to draw plot the points on the Cartesian plane, and in your Cartesian plane, I noticed that you are not fan of writing the numbers in the interval. So parang hindi siya magandang tingnan. You have to indicate or you have to write the numbers, the positive, negative numbers, both in x and y axes. And for you to have a clean Cartesian plane, only write numbers that are divisible by 5. So what would be seen in on your Cartesian planes are numbers that are 5, 10, 15, 20, negative 5, negative 10, negative 15, negative 20. So only numbers that are divisible by 5. But please do not leave your Cartesian plane empty. Yung mga tick marks lang meron. Then after that, plot the points, and better if you'll master the counting method in identifying the coordinates of what are being asked in the problem. Okay. Next problem. Equation of the ellipse in standard form that satisfies the given conditions. Draw the ellipse, its foci and vertices. The conditions are a vertex is at 4, 6, and the foci are 4, 3 minus square root of 5, and 4, 3 plus square root of 5. So, the given is vertex 4, 6, so 4, 6. 4, 6. One vertex. Then the foci is 4, 3 minus square root of 5. And if we're going to simplify 3 minus the square root of 5, the value is 0.76. Then the other focus is 4. If we're going to simplify 3 plus square root of 5, that is 5.24. So 4, 0.76, lampas sa kalahati. Then the other one is 4, 5.24, less than 5 and 1 half. Okay. As if you notice in this problem, the foci 4, 3 minus square root of 5, and 4, 3 plus square root of 5. At first glance, you might find it difficult for you to solve because of the radicals. Radicals. Take note that there are problems where the given uh, the given would serve as clue on how you're going to solve the problem. So do not right away, simplify, or like dito, leave it as it is for your clue. The 4, 3, or the 3 minus square root of 5 and 3 plus square root of 5, because this might be your clues later in your solution. Now, why I change 3 minus square root of 5 here as 0.76 for us to determine what is the value of this 3 minus square root of 5 for us to graph it on the Cartesian plane. But do not uh, but still consider how the coordinate being written in the problem. If you notice, the vertex, one vertex, then the foci. So the, the vertex is located at the upper part of the foci. So, meaning to say, if we're going to draw a line here connecting these 3 points, the ellipse would be vertically inclined or patayo. So, if we will use the table for our guide, then use the column 3. So, to give us hint of the values of A, B, and C, then look at the guide for the foci, which is guide for foci is H, then K plus minus C. So meaning to say, this is observe closely how this guide being used from the given. H, this is K, and this is C. So since center is HK, then we can say that the center is at 4, 3. 4, 3. Okay. Since the distance from the vertex to the center is A, so therefore let's count. So dito siya magtama. 1, 2, 3. So meaning to say this is 3. A is 3. And the other vertex is from the center count 3 downward. So 1, 2, 3. Tatama siya sa 0. So the coordinate of this is 4, 0. We also have the value of C, which is square root of 5. So we will now solve for the value of B. Remember that to find the formula for C is C square is equal to A square minus B square. And since we're looking for B, so transpose B to the left. So B square is equal to A square. Transpose C square to the right minus C square. So B square is equal to A square is 9, and C square, just cancel the radical sign, which is 5. So this is 4. Extract the root, so B is equal to 2. So B is equal to 2. Meaning to say, to find the endpoints of the minor axis, from the center, we have 2 going to right and 2 going to left. So 1, 2. One endpoint is 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 3. In the other endpoint from center, 2 going to left, 1, 2. So 2, 3, 2, 3. So since according to the problem, draw the ellipse, its foci and vertices, so we can now connect the points.